If you ever dream to work on a racetrack, but you're not a race driver and you're not an engineer, but you just really want to be the part of the biggest motorsport action in the world, it is one role that can bring you in the middle of it, and that is being a track marshal. And in the next 5 minutes, guys, I will explain you steps how to start looking in it, how to apply, and how this process looks like. Because it's definitely no one way doing it, but I really want to share as much as I can. Hey, fun disclaimer. I am the person who absolutely hates hats. I started wearing them when I became a track marshal because you really need to cover your head when you're not with helmet. But then funny enough, after my first video, I got a lot of compliments that I look kind of good with a hat. I don't know if it's a lie or not, but because I got that, I'm wearing hats from now on. So firstly, just a quick reminder or just refresher, because my channel is still fairly new. Who are track marshals? I would say describe track marshals. We are like a safety net for the motorsports, because we are the first one to be on the racetrack. We are the ones to prepare, to make sure it's safe, everything is set up. Of course, if it's crashes or, any incidents, we're waving flags, we're cleaning the tracks. This is the people you see with the orange suits. But I think what's the most amazing thing about marshals, we are track marshals of the world. It's no community, by city, by state, by country, by continent. We actually are a one big group. And that's, I think, what makes this absolutely incredible, because you have a group of like-minded people who does exactly the same what you do, completely not money driven, but just passion and that adrenaline drive. So you ask how actually to become one. To start with, I definitely recommend for you to look for local or, national, international car club associations. So you can start, looking how to sign up and how to get extra trainings. Currently, I can give you example only USA, where I personally have license with SCCA, which is Sports Club. Oh my goodness, Sports Car Club of America. Okay, I got that eventually. So here I paid, oh gosh, I don't even remember, I think $40 to get my card. Basically where, I have a license. Also, I completed extra trainings, which really, helps you to show that you're really willing to learn as much as you can. So I'm using this one for my F1 races. For smaller races like MotoGP and many others, you actually don't even need a license, but I really promote and support of having one, because every volunteer goes on your track, and of course if you want to progress and you want to become chief and so much more, you really want to have your experience recorded. So definitely we'll start there. So just to give you examples how to actually apply to races itself, in United States we have motorrec.com, where basically you go there and you find a lot of events, maybe in your city or just in North America, and you can apply, and obviously you'll get on the wait list, accepted, rejected, and so on. But this is where you can apply for a lot of events, especially with SCCA. But what I learned so far when I'm start looking around the world, because I really want to attend all the races, that's kind of, especially F1, that's my goal, but I definitely want to expand to Le Mans, MotoGP, and NASCAR, and so much more. But all of them have different people. All of them have different, events managers and people who's in charge. So it is very manual job. Some of them have a website to, just sign in and then see what will happen. Some you actually need to send an email and find the people and talk to them and say, why you want to be, what is your experiences. But this is where most important becomes to make a connection with track marshals, because they truly the expert of this, especially those who travel internationally. I actually know a few marshals who, works around 8 months a year, and then 4 months they dedicate just traveling all over the world and attending the races. So becoming a track marshal friend and actually talking to them, I think it will give you the best way, because it is a very actually small community and there's no one way of doing it. So I think that would be really the most important step in becoming a track marshal. Another thing just to keep in mind, when you get your license and you want to start to be a track marshal, it will not happen that you'll jump straight away to Formula One. You really will need to start with smaller events just to build your experience, show yourself how you're willing to do this job, get as many trainings as possible. And then, of course, I think most important, build the connections with track marshals and everyone in that world, because you're getting basically exposed to everyone in Formula One world, and that's kind of the magical part of it. So make sure you get the trainings, connect with people, and if of course you want to, you will need to invest time in attending smaller motorsport races to get your experience. And now let's be honest, what you're really signing for, because I think most often asked question is what is track marshal and what do they do? And when I'm one, I assume everyone knows, but you would be surprised how little people actually knows about the track marshals. So just to give you kind of a story, what I thought in the beginning, sadly, I was thinking, track marshals is standing on the trackside, they get the best view and just standing there 2 hours, getting even touch the cars and pit walks and so on is great for them. And I mean, that's where I got the inspiration, but that's completely not true. So what you're signing for, it usually will be 4 to 5 days, depends on the race, because remember, we always have a practice day, we have a qualifying day, we have a race day, and usually on a first day, which would be Thursday, we meet up to, collect our goodies. Everyone had different hats and t-shirts and all your vests and jumpsuits, depends what's the event, and obviously you'll get a training, meet the people, discuss the plan and so on. So that's how the first day looks like. But other days, and I mean, I've been just in few events so far, but it's a very long days. It starts, again, depends on the race, starts 4, 3, 5 a.m. I guess for movements is always earlier because we still need to fix ourselves. But it's usually around 12 hours a day, if not more. In Miami, I think one day which is the practice day, was a qualifying day. Now, I think practice days are the longest, and it was like 15 hours a day. So you sign to be all day on a racetrack, you sign to be in those weather conditions. It's either cold, rainy, hot, you know what you're signing for. Usually you get pretty good discounts for your hotels. Again, for every race and the place where the race is very different. We obviously sponsor different things and different money allocated to that, so I can't give exactly specifics, but usually you get 2, 1 or 3 meals a day. Again, depends. You can camp on the side if you don't want to stay in hotel and be completely closer to the action. But it is long day. It is a long day. It is, of course, need to tell you that it is dangerous. Especially my first race was a MotoGP, and I picked up, I think, 4 bikes in like first couple hours of my track marshal experience. And I think that moment that this happened, it really opened my eyes how important our job is, because we are there for the races, for you to enjoy. And of course, we are there to take care of the drivers practically when they need us the most. So it is a long day of standing on your feet. There's no phones, no just hanging around. You need to be there. You need to be vigilant. You need to see everything and always be ready for the action. Always in charge of your safety, take care of yourself, your team, and then drivers. But then I was so excited to be a marshal. But actually, one of the first kind of judging questions I was asked, why on earth you will do this for free, and especially pay your own money, spend time, and for what purpose? I guess F1 fans or motorsport fans will be like, duh, we know the answer for that. For others, probably it's not that clear. But this is a pure passion. And I actually want to say that I'm really happy it's not paid, because money do change the perspective of how people do things, especially these days. So do I want them to cover our travels and hotels more? For sure, because we all need to save money, right? But what you get of that package, you first of all, you're getting like a family worth of community. You have friends around the world. You're attending the biggest motorsport races for free, and usually you do get a guest ticket, so you can have your friend or family coming with you and enjoying that weekend. You're getting the action from the racetrack itself. You see drivers, you're helping drivers, you're walking in the pit lanes, you're preparing the racetrack. I don't know actually what other job I ever did was so rewarding, because not enough that I'm such a big fan, but being there and helping this to happen, that's absolutely the biggest reward I got. The people I spend those 4 or 5 days in my post, I make them my friends, we are my family, and we helping each other. We have amazing time. And I'll tell you this, no money in the world can buy this. And the thing, just to add another thing about the marshals, it is a people who love motorsports, but we're not there just to have fun. It is actually very serious duties given to us, and we have very monitor, especially in Formula 1, we very monitor. It's no phones, no filming, no just leaving your post. It's a very strict, so it's actually very dedicated people, very professional and committed people, because if few people fell off, it is difficult, because if accident happens there and there's no one who actually working in there, something happened, it's a big problem. So it's a very responsible job, and I really want to highlight that, because I really wish people would not go to Marshal and just to get a free ticket, and then maybe after one day, which was hard, we just leave. And I think that's where the beauty of being volunteer becomes, because people who come there, they 99.9% will stay because they chose to be there. And that makes all the difference. So are you ready to get started? You liked everything what I said and you really would like to be a track marshal? Please don't wait, connect with me, because you have one track marshal right here, or do your own research of the car clubs, car communities, track marshal communities, to make sure you're starting make those contacts. And if you want to see more behind the scenes, how day-to-day looks during the races, how I prepare, what my experiences, new learnings, things how to get there, and everything basically behind the scenes, make sure you will subscribe to my channel, because that is coming. And actually next week we have a Le Mans race in Austin, Texas, so I can't wait to make my first full videos on the training, practice, quali, and actual race day. I never did this races, so it's exciting for me, and I actually can't wait to share more with you. So make sure you stay with my channel. I really want to share everything, and I really hope you will enjoy it. Have an amazing day.